Imagine a world steeped in shadow, where obsession, fear, and desire collide in the most gothic and sinister way. That's what Robert Eggers is inviting us to experience with his upcoming film Nosferatu, a reimagining of the classic 1922 silent movie. Eggers, known for his obsession with historical accuracy and atmospheric tension, has set his sights on reviving the timeless tale of the vampire Count Orlok and the chaos he brings with him. Now, before you rush off, trust me, this isn't just another vampire flick. What Eggers has crafted is much more than a straightforward horror movie. This is a psychological exploration of obsession, power, and how one man's desire can plunge an entire town into despair. What excites me the most about Nosferatu is the director's unique vision. You might know Eggers from The Witch or The Lighthouse, two films that turned the horror genre on its head with their slow burn tension and unsettling atmospheres. Here he's working with Bill Skarsgård, who portrays the titular Nosferatu, and Skarsgård's commitment to the role is nothing short of chilling. Skarsgård has mentioned in interviews that he wanted the audience to feel both disgusted and oddly attracted to Count Orlok, a figure who's not just monstrous but also disturbingly magnetic. This, to me, is a fresh take on the vampire mythos. Orlok isn't just a blood-sucking creature of the night, he's a twisted reflection of our darkest desires. And knowing Eggers, there's going to be a heavy focus on how this terror isn't just external, but something deep within the psyche of each character. Lily Rose Depp stars as Ellen Hutter, the object of Orlok's obsession, and it's clear that her role is going to anchor the emotional weight of the film. Depp, who's been carving out a name for herself with her recent roles, brings a certain fragility mixed with strength, making her the perfect foil for Orlok's monstrous presence. The relationship between Orlok and Ellen isn't a simple damsel in distress narrative. Eggers has said he wants to explore the tension between control and agency, hinting that Ellen might have more power over her fate than previous adaptations of the story would suggest. The dynamic between predator and prey becomes murkier, and I can't help but feel that we, as the audience, are in for some unexpected twists. The Nicholas Hoult plays Ellen's husband, Thomas Hutter, and from what I've gathered, his portrayal will offer a stark contrast to Skarsgård, where the vampire is enigmatic and predatory. Hutter's character is likely to be more grounded, struggling to understand the growing darkness surrounding his wife. Their love story is not just about battling an external evil, but also about how fear, paranoia, and doubt can gnaw at the strongest of bonds. The addition of Willem Dafoe as a vampire hunter only heightens the stakes. Dafoe, who's no stranger to playing eccentric, morally ambiguous characters, is the wild card in this story. If you're a fan of Dafoe's past performances, you know he's going to bring an unpredictable energy to the role. But the film isn't just about the characters. The setting itself is going to be one of the film's biggest stars. Eggers is a master at creating immersive worlds, and I'm expecting nothing less from Nosferatu. Set in 19th century Germany, the film promises to be a visual feast of Gothic architecture, fog-shrouded landscapes, and claustrophobic interiors. Eggers has a knack for making the environment feel like a living, breathing character, and this time he's reportedly gone so far as to use 2,000 real rats for a scene, emphasizing his love for practical effects. This dedication to detail ensures that the world of Nosferatu will feel authentic and deeply unsettling. Now, while Eggers' film stays true to the Gothic horror roots, it's also clear that he's bringing something new to the table. The original Nosferatu was groundbreaking in its portrayal of vampires, influencing nearly every vampire story that followed. But Eggers isn't content with just paying homage to the past. His focus on psychological horror and human nature will make this version stand out from its predecessors. There's a lot of buzz around the idea that Eggers is making this film not just as a horror piece, but as a commentary on power dynamics, desire, and the darker side of human nature. I've been thinking about the timing of the release as well. Nosferatu is set to premiere on December 25th, 2024, a date that is quite ironic for a horror film. You'd expect something this dark and moody to hit theaters around Halloween, right? But here we are, gearing up for a Christmas Day horror. There's something almost poetic about it, the juxtaposition of a holiday meant for joy and light with a movie that explores the darkest corners of human nature. As we count down to the release of Nosferatu, I can't help but wonder how Eggers' interpretation will sit with modern audiences. Will we be captivated by the Gothic romance or horrified by the raw, primal fear it invokes? One thing is certain, this isn't going to be your average vampire story. With a stellar cast, a director at the height of his creative powers, and a storyline that promises to haunt our dreams, Nosferatu is shaping up to be one of the most talked about films of 2024. So, what do you think? Does Eggers' take on the vampire mythos have you intrigued? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more deep dives like this. For all the details and links, check out the description below.